Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. On this episode, we're in the shop with the wife. And why are you in the shop?
Because we're gonna work on my car.
That's right. All of this goodness here is going in there, but we'll show you that later.
Today we're going to unbox my birthday present for my Christmas present, which I'm sure you all know is the 01 Mustang GT. And this is Pypes Performance Exhaust. It's called the Violator. Going to be real quiet.
Oh, Lou is freaked out.
What do you think, Lou? Oh, it's okay, honey. Come here, honey.
Nope, she is not coming here.
All right.
Oh, pretty
That.
nice.
We don't need that. I don't need that. Shiny things. I like shiny things. All right. This is all stainless steel. All right. Oh, we broke the tip.
Nope.
No, just kidding.
They call those the S pipes or whatever. Those are what go right to the. Those go to the cat pipe or whatever you want to call it. Those are what hook up to the mid pipe. So we definitely need 2 of those.
Okay. And 2 of these.
Those are the over the axle pipes.
Those are the over the axle pipes.
And those must be mufflers and tips. I'm curious to see what the mufflers are, because I always assumed they would be like a straight through. But I think the website said they're actually chambered mufflers. What do you think, Lou?
Whoop.
Nice. Muffler looks stainless as well.
Violator.
Pretty cool. Let's see, is it?
Okay, what else we got?
Well, wait, let's try to look through the muffler.
Oh,
Oh,
can you
jeez.
look through a muffler?
Are you noob or what?
Oh, there's little, oh, you can!
Well, what's in there?
Bumps. And holes. Bumps and holes,
Bumps
holy
and
bumps.
I think I heard a rap song called that once. Okay, so yeah, it is a straight through. It's a perforated core. Hi.
Hi,
I see you.
I see you too.
Okay, and then turn around the other way for me real quick.
Hardware. Does this mean this is going to be the tip?
That should be. That's probably why they put them in a box so they can keep them nice. And I think they're polished stainless tips. They should be.
Ooh. That's pretty.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So those will fit in the little cutout where the stock ones are.
I like it. Ooh. That's pretty.
So we're doing the clutch is the main thing, and then there's a couple while you're in there things. So the first 2 things we need to do is disconnect the battery and take out the shifter. So what do you want to do first?
Disconnect the battery.
All right, go for it.
Okay.
Go ahead and unhook the battery.
Okay, well, if I had one,
Oh.
I would most certainly unhook it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, remember when the Super Duty wouldn't start? I took your battery.
Yeah,
So,
makes sense.
Sorry about that.
All right, step 1 done.
That wraps it up under the hood. Okay, shifter. So the ball just unscrews. So, and then, I'm trying to remember where this, so this piece right here up to here,
Okay.
this whole thing just pops out. So take your gloves, I'd take your gloves off so you can grip and feel a little bit better. But you just kind of real easy, just go real slow and steady, a little bit at a time so you don't break those clips. You just kind of gotta feel it.
Oh! I hope that wasn't a break.
I don't think it was. Blaming you though if it was.
Hit me. Oh, that didn't sound good. Not real good. Come on!
Yep, just work your way up real slow, a little bit at a time. There you go. Now the shifter boot will pull right off, but we gotta unhook the cigarette lighter back here. Let's see. What do you need from me? So this little arrow guy on the top has to be pushed down. See this
Down?
little guy?
Oh.
Yep. I just can't get my big meat fingers in there. There might be one on the bottom.
Got
there
it.
you go. Okay, I just like plop it on the seat or something.
Ew, it's gross in there.
Ew. What is that? It's not mouse stuff, is it?
I hope not. Ew,
Yeah.
yes.
It kind of looks like it.
Gross.
There's been
Is that a nest?
No, that's just insulation.
Oh.
But there's been some mises in there. Okay, now these bolts on the side right there,
Okay.
and then those 4 bolts and that top plate comes off. Yeah, I could have given you a longer wrench, but I didn't.
You did not. That is correct. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's fine. No, gross.
It's been in there so long that the germs have died. So this is the stuff you remove on the inside after you remove the bezel and boot, shifter handle, and then kind of the inner shifter boot, which had mouse poop on it, so I took it out. That's what you're looking at the top of the transmission. You can go ahead and take that shifter off now, but I don't think we're gonna need to. We're gonna try to take the tranny out with it still on. Okay, so first order of business is taking out the exhaust, starting with the catback, which you don't have to do the clutch. You just need to get maybe the front part of the exhaust out of the way, but we got a little present going on here, don't we?
We do?
Yeah, the exhaust, you numbnuts.
All right.
So, exhaust off, step one.
Ah, it's leaking on me.
It's just water.
No.
You got a little more, I think? There you go. You gotta eat a little. You're not doing it right if you don't eat a little dirt. See, this is good because you're experiencing things for the first time. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, pull down. Okay, pull down on the pipe and then this guy should just slide right off. There we go. Next. See, look at you. You're already improving. Back in my day, we didn't have them fancy electrode zip guns. We had to do it all by hand, and we were glad for it.
Whatever. You're not that old.
We had to use less powerful air tools. Anyway.
Hold, please.
What does Nathan's garage say? Dirty, sweaty, stinky, swearing, and happy? Or something like that?
Well, I'm a couple of those things.
Is that too? Oh, hello. She's ready to just jump on out of there. Okay. And then you end up cutting it anyway. Not quite.
I know that.
Okay. Nice. Sorry, I wanted to save them. We need a lift. So now we're going to take out the mid pipe right here. This is not a stock one, it's a Pipes off-road X pipe, which makes me feel like this thing had full exhaust on it at some point. But anyway, you got to make sure you unplug all 4 O2 sensors. There's 2 at the rear here and 2 up at the front. Way up there. You have to reach up on the bell housing to get them, and you can't see, but they're pretty easy. They're easy to break though. There's a little tang right here. Can you see that okay? You push that little tang and pull it out just like that. Leave the connector there. Sometimes they get all plugged up with dirt. So if you just kind of tap a tool on the side of them, you'll see a bunch of dust fall out, and then they'll usually unplug. So we're ready to zip out the mid pipe.
Got it.
When you go to take the second one out, I'll hold on to the pipe so it doesn't bash you in the face.
Oh, that'd be great. Thanks, honey.
Because I'm that kind of guy.
You are.
Alright, it might be kind of stuck on there. We'll have to
Well,
get...
this... Oh, never mind.
No, I unhooked it. There's that other... Oh, wait, there's the end of that other O2 sensor. It goes way up in there, so I couldn't really show you unhooking it.
Here you go.
Okay.
Okay. Now what?
slide out to the side a little bit. So you got room to ease it on down.
Like,
We'll have to kind of
like
whip
that?
it off of the pipes a little bit.
I'm not doing anything. I can't. I can't reach it.
What is happening?
I don't know.
This one's kind of stuck. We gotta find the right. There we go.
Okay.
There's a lot of holding your mouth just right.
I'll have to learn that skill.
There got the shot of me rolling out of here with this like a boss. That joke is awesome.
Bye.
Okay, so here we are, day 2. We have 45 minutes, wife imposed, to get this transmission out. What's so funny?
Nothing.
Yeah. So, let's see if we can do it. While she's struggling over there, the remaining things are drive shaft has to come out, starter has to come out, transmission cross member, and then bell housing bolts, and then transmission out. I believe, unless I'm forgetting something. You ready?
Got it.
Sweet. I would just throw the bolts on your creeper or on the floor.
How about right there?
That works.
There we go. Is this gonna fall on me?
Yes. Usually, sometimes you have to actually kind of hammer them off, but because they get kind of rusted together.
No, it's totally.
Yeah, you still got one more bolt.
I know that. I don't want it to fall on me.
Well, I mean, it's use your other arm to use your elbow to hold it up or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody's got problems, Chelsea. So then the other end just slides into the transmission. So here, I'll take the gun. You should just be able to slide it out. It might pee a little fluid out, it might not, and then just kind of put it on your belly and roll out with it.
Oh, that stinks.
The drive shaft stinks?
Yeah.
All right, come on out.
Am I gonna make it?
I don't know. I mean, it was touch and go there for a while. I'm not a doctor, but
It's being stuff.
I'll stand it up and then drop it on your head.
Am I getting up? What am I doing?
I got it. Okay. Is this to come out? It slides over to this bigger hole and then it just pops out. But you got to take the tension off of it. So I'm going to pop out this little C-clip or E-clip guy right here. And just go ahead and smash my fingers. Yahtzee. And then what I'm gonna do, babe, is pry the clutch fork forward. And well, I was gonna have you do that, but that's actually, and if you can you slide that over?
What? What did you do?
Pushed it towards me and then over. And then pull it out.
Oh.
What was that?
I don't know.
Oh, the clutch pedal inside the car falling down. Because there's no, that's just your clutch pedal banging around. Okay. Oh, this guy, not fun. This one right there is trouble. Okay. Here we go. Oh, don't do that. Okay. So now what we do to get a little bit more room for the top bolts is let it down a little and it will kind of take the engine with it. You want to just get a shot of that? Makes it easier to get at the top bolts. I'm going to zip out my last safety bolt and she should be ready to come out. Don't don't kill me, don't kill me. Okay. That's not out of there. Huh. Jack her up a little bit more, please. Keep going. And stop. What do you want? What do you want from me? Transmission? We let it down a little more. We're hung up on the shifter on the tunnel. Oh, okay. Can you let it down kind of quickly? Because I'm balancing it. Oh, okay. Woo! There she is, Tremec TR 3650. Oh, red Loctite. Well, that's why. Okay, so pry it out a little bit. Here we go. Yep. Just give it. Yeah, no, just get off of there, guy. Come on now. Oh God, now it's heavy. Now it's heavy all at once. No. I mean, she had a little life left in her, but not much. So there's the flywheel. Now all that's left is to zip those 6 bolts out and she comes off. Some little blue spots on there, but I don't see any cracks, so she should be able to be machined. So I'll get that zipped off. You don't need to see that. And then there's the clutch. You can see these grooves here are kind of like the wear indicators, and also why when your clutch wears out all the way and these wear through, your friction contacts the flywheel across that whole surface, and that's what makes it bite really hard and even maybe not release when your clutch gets worn out. So that lets you know. Also, these rivets that hold it together start grinding into the flywheel, kind of like brakes wearing out, really. So I'll shoot that out of here and we'll get a better look at it. Okay, now that the clutch is out, engine side, there's a little hint Ford throws you. The other side was even worse. You can see the little grooves in between the friction parts are almost totally gone on this side. But the pressure plate looks okay. There are some hot spots, which are these little guys here from the clutch slipping. We don't reuse that anyway. So now that we have everything out, I also got the flywheel off. Before we go any further, we are going to make sure our new clutch parts fit. Check parts. Okay, so I just quickly set the Mcleod pressure plate on the flywheel, and you can see it goes right on the dowels, and the bolt holes are lined up, which means it's the correct diameter clutch. We will snag the friction out of here real quick, or the clutch disc, and we'll go compare that. You can see how much deeper that area is on the new clutch. So we want to check this. Looks like the same diameter, and looking at it this way, it's obviously a little different because it's aftermarket, but looks the same. And then we'll check it this way, and yep, slides right on. So I would say we got the right stuff. Now what I'm gonna do is pound these pins out, and I'll show you how to do that and why. To get these guys out, let's flip it over this way, take a little pin punch, and there's the back side of that dowel pin hole, and I'll just tap it out with a hammer. There you go. That's what they look like when they come out, and there's the flywheel ready to be turned. So got to take that and drop that off. And the other thing is, I got to dig into there and figure out what's going on with the crunchy 1-2 shift. We're going to diagnose and fix that while we're in there. It's going to be all win. Okay, I'm going to see if I can snatch victory from the jaws of defeat and be a productive human today. This little guy is all I have to remove. Oh, you're not supposed to see that yet. This is all I have to remove the pilot bearing from the crankshaft on the Momstang. So I'm going to see if we can get this out and get the new Mcleod clutch in. There's our freshly turned flywheel. Just need to clean it real quick and pound the dowels back into it. So this little guy, you kind of tap and screw into the pilot bearing, and then you take a grease gun and grease it on that zerk. It pumps grease out the end and uses hydraulic pressure to remove the throwout bearing. This is all I got, so it works fantastically if I can find the grease gun in this unholy mess that is the shop right now. So I got this tightened into the pilot bearing, so let's go ahead and stick our grease gun on there and hopefully we have some grease in it. It'll take just a second to fill up that cavity, but then it should just push itself out of there. The downside is that then you have to clean a bunch of grease out of there. Oh, it's getting hard to... Yep, you can see it starting to walk out of there. Pretty cool. Oh, come on. Real quick too, while I'm in here, rear main crankshaft seal. You want to check that while you're in here. If it's leaking, it'll usually drip down this way. Sometimes it'll kind of sling oil around. If it is, you want to go ahead and replace it while you're in here. This one isn't, so I'm going to tempt fate and leave it alone. We'll see if that bites me later. Okay. Come on, baby. Just walk it on out. That's not good, is it? Oh. Come on, baby. It's still coming out, albeit slowly. Oh yeah, we're almost past the point here. Making a mess. Come on, baby. A couple more squirts ought to do it. Well, it's about halfway hanging out of there. I'm gonna just come out with that. Yep. So, there you go. There's a greasy mess. She's out. And now I can tap my new Mcleod solid bushing in there. This is the downside, as you'll see. Now I got all kinds of grease in there. That's okay. We'll get some rags and clean that out. Tap the new one in there. Then we're ready for a flywheel and a clutch. We'll show you how to do that. Got my Mcleod. Looks like a solid bronze bushing and bearing driver so we don't damage it. We're gonna go ahead and just tap it right into the crank until it's flush. I apologize, you might be looking at the back of my head right now, but I want to make sure that this goes in straight. We use the bearing driver so that we don't damage it. And then we smash our can. So the flywheel bolts have blue thread locker on them, and they are torqued to 62 foot-pounds. We're gonna wipe the flywheel with some brake clean to take off the fingerprints and residue. Then we will get the clutch disc on there. You don't want oil or grease to get embedded in the clutch disc, because it will cause it can cause slipping problems, and then when it gets hot it can cause it to be it can cause it to be super grippy and also chatter. So we'll clean that. Try to get the fuzzies off there as best I can. Okay. Then we will grab the clutch disc. Like I said, flat side goes to the engine. The side that sticks up here goes towards the transmission. And where are we at? Alignment tool here. So go ahead and put it in the splines. And then that goes into the pilot bearing. Okay, here's our clean Mcleod pressure plate, and the small holes there go on the dowels. It's a pretty tight fit on there. The factory put red thread locker on these. I think that's a little extreme, so I tried to clean it off as best as I could and put some fresh blue on there. On. Then I'll skip to here. Have to get a little pry bar action going now. Okay, that is 6 bolts torqued to 23 foot-pounds, and now we once again make sure that our tool will slide in and out freely. That hopefully equals a transmission that will slide in there very freely. We'll just leave that in for now because we're going to call it for tonight. We would be ready for transmission if the transmission was ready for us. But we got this going on, and that's what we're going to get into tomorrow. I have a refresh kit here from Hanlon Motorsports, and we're going to get that done tomorrow. It comes with all new, they're called blocking rings or synchro rings for the synchronizers. But that's going to do it for tonight. We will see you tomorrow with the mild transmission rebuild and reinstall. Thanks for watching. That is actually going to end up being the episode. as I'm sitting here editing it, it is entirely too long. So the car is actually done, but we're going to break this into a two-part. So let's get into the giveaway, subscriber giveaway. Now, this is what we're going for. CPR Garage stickers. You can see the small size here I have for like a tumbler or a hydro flask or whatever. And then the large size, like a window sticker, we're rocking here on the Momstang. I'm showing to have about 1,600 plus subscribers right now. Thank you, each and every one of you. But when I pull my subscriber list from my YouTube control panel, there's only about a third of you showing up there, which means that in your settings for subscriptions, you have it set to private, which is fine. I mean, that's up to you. I'm not asking you to change it, but I can't find your name to put you in to the random number generator for these giveaways. But the next one we're likely going to do one based off of a comment. So that, I think, is a much easier way to do it, and I'll figure out how to do that because this was a pain in the butt. Also, I know that there's been a little while since I posted a video. There's a reason for that. I've been working on like 3 things at the same time and filming. So the upside is, look forward to, after kind of the glut, there should be a pretty solid stream of videos coming out. I'm going to try to put out a new full video on a Monday, once a month. Can't say for sure what Monday, but then every Friday, I'm going to try to do shorter videos. So stay tuned for that. You're going to want to see what's going on. Let's get to the giveaway. You can see here I've got my random number generator plug-in for Chrome. Minimum is 1, maximum is 425. And so I just click the button 10 times. This is the 10th time, which was 154. All the other times, these are all the numbers. So first number is 281, which is going to be 281 is Four's dad. Four's dad. So send me an email within a week, guys. I'll also put your name up on the screen, and I will put my email up on the screen at the end, but in case I forget, it's deputydog359@gmail.com is the one link to this channel. 330 was the next. So that's gonna be Charlie Knies. Knies. Okay. 282 was the next number. 282 is Alan Radaj. And if I don't say these right, I apologize. It is what it is, people. Okay, 107 is the next. 107 is the Adam you don't know. Alrighty. $257 is the next one. 257 is Dennis Coop. 31 is Deer Chaser. 116 is Randy Flask. 337 is, I gotta go back up a couple here. I don't want to mess this up. 337 is Juan Antonio Munoz Hernandez. And then 84 84 is 2-valve Teebs, 2V Teebs. And then 154 was the last. 154 is Josiah Sherbarth. So, there you go. Email me at that email that'll be on the screen here within a week if you can. And I will get one mailed out to you. I can't make any promises if you're outside the US or have something weird going on where it'll be expensive or difficult to ship to you. But I will try my best for those 10 people. Thank you guys very much for subscribing.